What is blasphemy against the Holy Spirit?
Blasphemy of the Holy Spirit is what is called the unforgivable sin, which is hard for us to imagine when Jesus forgives us of all sin. But there's one that seems to rise above all the sins as especially egregious. It's mentioned in the Synoptic Gospels. In Luke chapter 12 makes mention of it. We see it in Matthew chapter 12, where Jesus casts out a spirit from a man. And the Pharisees gather around and say, this man has done this by the power of Beelzebub. Or in other words, Jesus has done this through the power of Satan, through satanic power. And Jesus says very quickly that this is an unforgivable sin, that you can say whatever you want against the Son of Man, against Jesus, but you cannot speak this way about the Holy Spirit. And then we see in Mark chapter 3, this idea of blasphemy of the Holy Spirit, what it is. And he says it's because they were saying that he, Jesus, had an unclean spirit. So what is blasphemy of the Holy Spirit? Well, this word blasphemy means that you are slandering or defaming God. You are defaming the Holy Spirit and the work of the Holy Spirit. And this is no slip of the tongue. This is a persistent hardness. What we see with the Pharisees and these religious leaders is that despite seeing all the miracles and the healings and the power and the love and the compassion that Jesus was demonstrating, they continued to believe and then attribute what Jesus did to Satan. That is an unconscionable sin. So it is no slip of the tongue, but a willful, persistent defiance against the work of God. And then thirdly, this is not something that people just fall into, right? This is not having doubt or even being angry at God or asking questions about God, but this is making a decision to say, I don't believe that's the Holy Spirit. I actually believe that's Satan, the work of Satan. So blasphemy of the Holy Spirit continues to be one of those sins that is especially egregious.